What's up guys, I got a brand new video for you today. Today we're gonna take a look at LumaFusion 2.2 on the iPad Pro. And they added a few features, I guess last week, version 2.2. And I'm gonna go over some of those features in this video. There aren't major updates, but there's some cool things they've added. Mainly the main one being that you can now export an XML file to Final Cut. So you can work on your edit on your iPad and then open it on Final Cut. I don't know when you'd really need this option, but maybe you're out somewhere doing a quick edit and you want to finish it on your computer because it's, bigger screen and keyboard and mouse. You can do that now. And I'm gonna go over, and see what things actually transfer over and if the edit does stay intact. And speaking of keyboard, you can now do shortcuts. So they've added the option to add a bunch of shortcuts into LumaFusion to make editing way faster. So people with the fancy, keyboard covers can edit faster. I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna connect up my normal keyboard. But yeah, that's basically all I wanna talk about here. Let's jump into a little tutorial. Gonna try and build a little edit, put some LUTs in, and see what happens in Final Cut. All right, so I am gonna be using the Narbox 2.0. I got a bunch of files loaded up on here. It's just an easier way to get files around. And I'll make a review about this later. I just haven't had time to actually get into what it's capable of. But it works really well with LumaFusion, and you can actually use it wirelessly, but it's faster if you plug it in through USB-C. All right, so now that I have the Narbox plugged in, I'm gonna start a new project. Hit this, I'm gonna make it 24 FPS and 16:9. And I'm just gonna call it test. I feel like all my tutorials are called test, but whatever. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is import some footage into this. So I'm gonna go up here. This is one of the new options they've added into LumaFusion 2.0 is edit and add sources. So you can click that and you can actually remove stuff that you don't want to have in here. So mainly I'm only ever using Dropbox and files, so I can actually take these out. Did I say Dropbox? I meant Google Drive. I don't even know what box is. So these are the only two things I really ever access is just Google Drive and files. So now when we pop this down, we won't have a giant list of things. So you can click that and now we just have Google Drive and files because that's all I'm ever using. Okay, so now that I have my source list edited, I'm gonna go to files and the Narbox is already connected. If you go in here, you can see all the different things that are connected here, but right here, it's Safe Keep Narbox SSD, YouTube, and GFX 100. And all of these files that are about to load in here are actually 4K 10-bit files. So the iPad might have a problem playing them back. I haven't actually tested this out yet, but I have used 4K video in this before and it was fine. So we're gonna go select, whatever, we'll just select them all and go done. So now that I have all the video clips imported, it took a little while. It took like maybe 5 minutes to import all that. I didn't think it was actually gonna go because it said download error, but that could be a glitch. And when I import it to the timeline, it actually was giving a warning saying that it might crash. Here it is, it says, this clip's not fully compatible with this iOS device and may cause crashes and playback issues. Well, it seems to be playing fine. I haven't had any issues. So we'll roll with it and see what happens. This warning is not going away. No, if I click on it, it goes away. So I guess if you have footage that isn't really made to run in LumaFusion, they're giving you these warnings now so you don't complain that it's running bad. It's your fault and not the program's fault. Okay, so I've got the first little part of the edit done and I will export as an XML file, but I did mention that I wanted to bring in some shortcuts with a keyboard, so let's try that out. So like most editors, spacebar is stop and play, so we'll hit spacebar. So that plays. If you hold Command, it actually will pop up all your shortcuts here. So you can see all the shortcuts here. There's a couple of pages. It's pretty cool that it actually has them in here for you, so if you needed to figure out how to do it, you can do that. So obviously delete clip, option brackets trim, audio tool 4, title tool 3, speed tool 2. So that's kind of nice if you just want to click on the clip and hit 2. That brings up your speed properties. Okay, so it's a squiggly up top here. Back to timeline. Okay, so this would make editing way faster, and if you had a mouse connected to it, it'd actually be pretty awesome. Okay, so the next clip I want to put in here is her grabbing the sword. It's pretty much right when her hand touches it here. So I is your in point, and right as she gets up, and O is your out point, so W is to insert. Awesome, so Command Z is undo, just like on a computer. So when I push W, it went into this track, which we don't really want it to do, so don't want it to go in there. Anyway, whatever, I'll just drag it down into here. In a perfect world, W would drop that where you want it to. Option D detaches audio, as long as you're on the clip. You can delete that. Oh, it's gonna be so much faster with a keyboard. Okay, so I gotta slow this down. So 2 is your speed options. I wanna cut on that. And I'm pretty sure that's like Final Cut, so it's B, Command B. And then I'm gonna go to this little import option here. And again, you can edit your sources, so files and Google Drive. Once it's actually on your iPad, you don't actually have to go back through this again, but LumaFusion, presets, LUTs, and it's called Cinematic Dragonborn. That's basically the entire edit. Now we've got, you know, a LUT on here, 4K 10-bit. It says it's not supposed to run well, but it's actually running really good. Cool. Basically, that's our first little simple edit. So I'm gonna add some transitions in here, even though they wouldn't work with this video necessarily, but I just wanna see how they transfer over to Final Cut and if they actually will have the exact same effect in Final Cut. Go up here, we go to transitions. We could do a wipe right, kind of like Star Wars. Oh, all right, let's see what that looks like. Nice. Okay, so we got some Star Wars wipes going on in here. Now I want to show you guys what it's like to export as an XML, and we'll bring it into Final Cut. Okay, so this isn't a free update, I just found out. It's an extra $27.99, and that could be Canadian. And I'm gonna just buy it because I'm making this video for you guys, so that kind of sucks that it's not included. So a few of you I know are gonna be mad in the comments, but that's the world we live in with microtransactions. All right, so here's our options. We can include the full media, trimmed media, which is just the clips that we've got in there, and no relinkable media, which to me seems like the best option because then you can just use the files on your hard drive, and this is just basically the metadata that it needs to compile the edit using the clips that you have imported. Most people are probably going to use trimmed media because the file is tiny and it's the stuff that you're already working with. So maybe you just want to go back into Final Cut and do color grading to the clips that you have or some slight edits. The full media is 5.6 gigs. So let's try a no relinkable media, and then we'll try one with the entire package. Export that test. So we're going to save that and do a 5 gig version with full media and everything. This will probably take a while to export. So I'll speed through this and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I got the Narbox plugged into my MacBook Pro. Okay, so it just dumped all the clips, it dumped the audio, and it made a Final Cut Pro XML. So let's open this up and see what we get. So it's importing everything. I'm curious to see what it did with transitions. The transitions are kind of there, I think. I love how my MacBook can't play this back, but the iPad plays it back perfectly. And the transitions are working. Let's play it back and see what it looks like. The cheesy transitions. I can't tell if the LUTs are on or not. So let's see what it's like when you just open the XML file. So this is just the XML file on the Narbox. Open that up. Let's see if it can find the clips and relink them. So we have to relink these files. So click on that, go to File and Relink Files. Locate selected. And we gotta go to Narbox. and find the actual file. So that's 2335. Choose. Boom. So let's do this to all these files now. Everything seems to be loading in now, except for the Blizzard ambience file. For some reason, when I try and link it, it doesn't like it. I would advise to export the entire project with the XML. Even though it's a large file, at least saves the hassle of trying to relink all these files, but everything is back in here now. It relinked it off the NAR box. You can play it. And transitions are in there. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you want to go from your iPad to Final Cut Pro to finish your edit in Final Cut Pro or do some tweaks or whatever, you can do that now. Obviously, it's a paid upgrade, which is kind of unfortunate. The software is actually not that expensive if you compare it to other editing programs. So it's not really that big of a deal, but for some of you, you might not like that. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people in the comments saying that. Other than that, there's a couple few tweaks. And I think the keyboard shortcuts were actually in previous updates. It's just that they're coming out with an overlay for the keyboard now that tells you what each shortcut is. So it's super simple if you can't memorize it. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, keyboard's hooked up. That was an ordeal. Had to get a dongle. This is what it is. Gotta put in the old AirPod here so I can hear what's going on. See here. I can see and hear what's going on. I've added keyboard shortcuts. We got a project loaded up on here. Well, not a project, but just the files. So I'm gonna restart that video.